Bob Reese, the head coach of the Valley Huskers, taking some time to catch up with me right now. And Bob, we were just saying a really entertaining football game against the West Shore Rebels. From a fan's perspective, it was great to watch. But from a coach, when you looked at the film, when you broke it down, what were some of the things that jumped off at you when you reviewed sort of the victory for you guys?
I mean, certainly, as you alluded to, it was an exciting game. It was a tight game, back and forth, a couple lead changes, and we kind of expected that going in. Studying the film, this is a very athletic team, a very talented team that we were facing. And we know we needed to shut down their athletes, and for the most part, I thought we did a pretty good job doing that.
Your football team, health-wise, progression-wise, attitude-wise, I mean, give me kind of the state of the union. Where are you guys at right now as we get into the real – I mean, this is a tough part of the season. Guys are hurting. Guys are beat up. You start to think about home maybe and mom's cooking and all that stuff. Where's this group at right now, Bob?
I think we're at where everybody's at this point in the season with health. Certainly we have guys that are dealing with injuries. We got guys that are dealing with, the aches and pains of a 10-week season, and as is everybody else. But I don't think there's anybody in our program that's out there thinking about mom's home cooking right now. I think, we're in the middle of a very heated playoff race. It's very exciting for everybody involved, and certainly for this program. And that's entirely where our focus is at right now. Week to week, we're coming off probably our best practice of the year, and we're building forward. So I think that's kind of the mentality of our program and where we're at, and we're excited going into this last 2 weeks of the season here.
What made it the best practice of the year? What was sort of makes you say, wow, that was a good session?
We've been talking about it for a few weeks now. It's your mentality has to start creeping up around this time of year. We are in a playoff aspect. We need to start practicing like that day in and day out. And hey, just listen. Yesterday it was just had that vibe. We had a good, clean, executed practice on all three aspects of the game, and we were very efficient in the way we handled our business. And I've been on some good football teams, and that's kind of what you need to do going into the playoffs. You need to be fully focused and have that sort of excited calmness, if you can say.
Excited calmness, that's a new one for me. Do you have the guys banging much at this time of year? I mean, blitz pickup, inside run, or is it way more mental stuff for you guys?
We're certainly doing blitz pickup and inside run every week, but as far as banging, we're not banging as much maybe as we would have earlier in the season, but certainly we're getting after the guys on mental reps and continuing to run these guys and make sure that we're both in shape physically and mentally for the game at hand.
I know you can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it, but Shane Beatty said yesterday when I chatted with him, he doesn't like the back-to-back against the same team. It's and another thing they say in football, obviously, is it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. It's even harder, I think, maybe to do it back-to-back weeks like that. What kind of unique sort of scenarios does that present for you as you prepare as a coach for that?
Certainly, it changes things. Back-to-back weeks is, you have a few weeks to prepare for the same opponent, but obviously people throw in wrinkles. They're going to go back and look at the game film and see things that they want to change up or different looks that they want to give us. I don't know if I feel one way or the other about it either way. I know when we looked at the schedule coming in, we had 2 back-to-backs this season with 2 different opponents, and we have to approach it the just like any other week. Put last week behind us. It doesn't matter if we beat these guys last week. This is another very crucial game. Whether it's the same opponent or not, we need to get down to business and be prepared for them again this week.
Is there a feeling that and maybe this is kind of a weird question, but see if you can see where I'm going with it. Is there a feeling that this week is even maybe more important than the potential of that Week 10 game? Because if you win this game, it puts you in that. I think you guys clinch a playoff spot mathematically, if I'm not mistaken, if you win this game this week. But if you don't, then you have to go to Nanaimo and pick up a win, and you have to hope that the Sun take out the Rebels. Then it starts to get a lot more complicated, if you see what I mean there, Bob.
No, for sure, man. I've heard everybody play out every possible scenario I think that is out there. And the most simplest one for us is to go out there and win this weekend. Absolutely. We're not trying to think about, what if next week or hope that somebody else beats somebody. That can't be our mentality, and most certainly is not our approach this week. We're looking to go in and win a football game and take the next step for this program, which is to get to the playoffs. And that's been our goal. It's been our mentality all week, and we're not thinking about VI or who they play or who else is playing next weekend. It's all about what we're doing out in West Shore on Saturday.
Did I see that the local paper there had the headline "Huskers clinch playoff spot"? Was that I saw in a Valley paper?
They did, yeah. So somebody, I don't know, they checked the math or what they heard, but we're not clinched yet, and whether or not people outside our program, address that as hey, this is what's going on, and hey, listen, we know we have a football game to win, and we know we still have to clinch our own playoff destiny. So we're certainly prepared to do so, and we're ready to get after it on Saturday, and hope that's the day.
I polled all the other head coaches this week, Bob, and I said, who's the coach of the year in the BCFC? And my main answer was, if it's not Bob Reese, it's a joke.
There's a couple of guys I could vote for on that list. So, I don't know. If it is, that's awesome. Again, it's not really our focus right now, but
yeah,
certainly a lot of guys in this league that are very well deserving of that award.
Bob, I appreciate your time as always, man. Enjoy this weekend. I look forward to seeing you in Nanaimo in a couple of weeks.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Take care.
Thanks, Bob.
Right on.
Okay.